It's the third and final day of the CRL Rights Commission hearings into allegations of abuse and cultism at the Kwasizabantu mission. And it will get underway in any minute now. The commission has heard testimonies from victims who lived or worked at the mission, and they've detailed sexual abuse, child abuse, racism, and the use of religion to instill fear in those who lived at that mission. Today, the commission expected to speak to the leaders of the mission that has been likened to a cult. Karinda, Jagmohan joins us live now from KZN. Karinda, good morning to you. So we've heard these testimonies as I've captured in the intro there. Your sense of what the leadership of the church is going to say, certainly a big day.
Indeed so. In fact, leaders of the church have already arrived here, and the commission hearings is expected to get underway shortly. We of course do expect them to deny the allegations that have been leveled against them. They've been doing so in statements to media following reports by media, the News 24 exclusive, on the allegations of child abuse, sexual abuse, racism, and really likening the Kwasizabantu mission to a cult. And so we do expect now to hear throughout the day from leaders at that mission. In fact, currently they're just setting up inside to ensure that all those legal representatives who leaders have come here with can also be included at these hearings. Over the past 2 days, we've been hearing about allegations, various allegations, most specifically about child abuse allegations. Yesterday we heard two glaring statements, one from a former pupil at the mission and the brother of the founder of the church, Adelo Stegens. The brother Manfred Stegens told the commission yesterday that secrecy that has shrouded the Kwasizabantu mission for years, he likened that secrecy to the time of Hitler and apartheid South Africa, and really saying there's cause for concern for the number of alleged rape claims at this church that have went on without any law enforcement authorities coming to the fore to make arrests regarding the alleged incidents of rape that happened at the mission over the past year since it was founded in the year 1970. Now, we also heard from a former school pupil at the mission who did not want to be identified. She said that she had been sent there by her family in 1995 at the age of 5, and from a young child experienced several incidents of abuse. She says as a young child, the children who were made to sleep in the packed dormitories were made to wash their own blankets. Many children had wet their beds because of the abuse they were experiencing in the form of beatings. To instill obedience in these children, they'd have to go out early in the morning to wash their blankets. Sometimes those blankets wouldn't dry and they'd have to sleep with these wet blankets. And the mission is based in Kranskop, which is quite a colder area in northern KZN. And then also just recounting how she said a faceless man would enter the children's dormitories and sexually abuse the children there. And at one point, children would bring together their mattresses to huddle together in order to protect themselves. She says that years later, after leaving the mission, herself and many others were told to open police cases. And at that point, at the hearing, she broke down saying, how would the victims of this alleged crime be able to open police cases when they're unaware of who the abusers were? These are allegations that have been surfacing at this hearing over the past 2 days. There's also allegations of financial misconduct and various people speaking about issues of racism coming out at this church. So today, the commission officials will be surfacing these allegations to the leaders. They've just walked into the commission room and they're expected to respond to these allegations leveled against them.
Karinda, you've summed up very well the harrowing testimonies coming out of that commission. When I come to you next, Karinda, I'm going to ask you the question about what perhaps this commission is going to do with that evidence once they start compiling their report, because we have seen them intervene in matters like this one, for example, where you had people being made to drink petrol, eat grass. What became of those reports? So that's a very critical question that I think we need to wrap our heads around. But for now, thank you very much, and we're going to catch up with you a little later. Karinda, jagmohan, live for us in KZN on that particular commission.